What's going on, guys, and welcome to another horror movie ranking by Mr. Kai. I think that this is going to be something that I do pretty often now because I just love giving you guys my opinion on certain horror movie franchises and movies. And I also really appreciate you guys checking out my last two horror movie rankings. But today, I'll be ranking every single Child's Play movie, from worst to best, in my opinion. And as you can see here, I have my Chucky Funko Pop here from Bride Chucky, and I have my G Fuel Chucky Collector's box here that I got, and I have my Chucky G Fuel with Good Guys G Fuel inside of it, and let's just get started. Alright, so including the remake from 2019, there are 8 Chucky movies. Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and the 2019 remake, which I am counting in this ranking. Alright, so these movies are kind of ranked by, if I want to watch a Chucky movie marathon, these movies are they're ranked by the most I want to watch and like the most I want to like. Alright, without further ado, 8th place is going to Seed of Chucky. Now, I know this movie is liked and appreciated by others, but I just don't find it that interesting. And I get why they would want to put more humor in it, it's just most of it does not land for me. I always like to picture Chucky as this menacing little creep, this little scary guy, and in this movie, it's not that scary. I do like that they put a lot of gore in this movie, and it looks more realistic, other than CGI. And the puppeteers on this movie are phenomenal, like always. But that's about it. Those two pros cannot save all the cons. So this is a movie that I do not look forward to. I mean, maybe I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna pay attention to it. I'll just put it on and look glance up every now and then, but I'm not gonna enjoy it. The characters in this movie are also really stupid. And I guess I do give credit for Don Mancini for trying to do something different, but it just didn't land for me at all. Alright, with the last place out of the way, 7th place is going to Child's Play 2019. I really enjoyed this movie. I didn't get to see it in theaters, but once it hit streaming, I watched it, and I thought it was pretty good. But let's get with the cons first. It did not really feel like a Child's Play movie to me. As a standalone movie, it's pretty good, but as a Child's Play movie, it's not that good. Most of the side characters I feel meh about, and I would have made Andy 6 years old again instead of a struggling teenager. Alright, but all those things aside, this movie is pretty good. The gore in this movie is top notch. You feel for most of the characters. And I also love how they gave Chucky more abilities in this movie. He can control electronic stuff. It's so cool. And that last act in the toy store is just really cool. So yeah, this movie is pretty good. Alright, I had to think hard where I wanted to put the next 6 movies. So 6th place is going to Bride of Chucky. This movie freaking rocks, dude. Alright, let's get into the things I did not really like about the film. It is really hard to root for the two main human love characters in this film. Because, they act all, lovey-dovey, and then when things start getting bad, they point fingers at each other. And this movie does feel kind of cartoonish at times. And there was a couple of jokes that didn't land for me, but not as much as Seed of Chucky. But if you ignore all those things, I think you're going to really have a good time with this movie. I really love that opening with Jennifer Tilly walking down the hallway with Living Dead Girl going on. And this is the first movie where Stitched Up Chucky comes in. I think he looks more menacing than ever. And the amount of horror movie references in this movie are just chef's kiss. The kills in this movie are very graphic, very bloody, and I love it. Alright, with 6th place out of the way, 5th place is going to Curse of Chucky. This movie is so cool. I love how unique and entertaining this movie is. I only have about one fault with it. And that's when they did the flashback scene. The flashback did not match up with the first movie. But other than that, I can put that aside and love this movie. I do think this movie has the most jump scares out of all of the movies. And that iconic scene where they're pulling off his skin to reveal that he still has this stitched up is really cool. Most of the characters in this movie are douchebags, but that makes it even more satisfying when they die. And Chucky actually gets unique and smart about how he wants to take down his victims in this movie. And I just love that they got Fiona Dorff to play Nika Pierce. That is just really cool. Because if you didn't know, Fiona Dorff is the daughter of Brad Dorff, the voice of Chucky. So I'm sure they had a lot of fun doing that. Alright, so we're half down the list with 4th place going to Cult of Chucky. This is a continuation of Curse of Chucky. They brought back Nika Pierce in this kind of like deranged hospital kind of setting, and I think it sets it perfectly. And this movie also sets up for the TV series, which I'm going to admit I've only seen the first season of. And I just adore the fact that they brought back Andy and Kyle in this movie, even though Kyle doesn't show up until like the very last scene. But Andy in this movie is really cool, because he's actually like a grown adult now who can like actually defend against himself. Like he's not 6 years old anymore. It's kind of cool to see that the amount of torture that Andy does to Chucky because of how much trauma that he has put into his life. And I think that the fact that they made multiple Chuckies is just brilliant. And the scene where one of the Chuckies passes their soul into Nika is just, wow. It's kind of creepy. Alright, now, 3rd and 2nd place, I had a super hard time trying to figure out where I wanted them, but I think I have them in a good place right now. Alright, so 3rd place is going to Child's Play 3. I remember not liking this movie at all when I was younger. But rewatching them all, I am impressed with this movie. Alright, so this is looking very, very different from other people's because I know they were put it lower, but this is my ranking. I would have changed the story differently with bringing Alex Vincent back as like the little kid and then not getting him a girlfriend. I think that they could have still accomplished something great when Alex Vincent was brought back, but he wasn't. This movie has the most Chucky one-liners in it and probably the most memorable ones, and I just love that. And the final act in like the circus is just really cool. It's just really cool to see the effects of Chucky getting like half his face sliced off, which is an effect of him getting the stitched up. Alright, so yeah, I'm glad I rewatched these movies because I would have put it way lower. Alright, now we're in the top 2 territory now, where 2nd place is going to Child's Play 1 that came out in 1988. This movie is pure horror cinema in every way. I don't think the people making this movie realized how much of a hit this movie was gonna have on like the horror fan base by itself and other like doll movies. It's the one that started it all. My only problem is that I don't think Brad Dourif is at his peak yet with this character, and that's why I put it lower. But Alex Vincent as like a 6-year-old actor is just wow. I can't even do the stuff he was doing in that movie. The theme for this movie is also very bone-chilling and gives me the creeps. Alright, now it's time for my first place, my favorite Chucky movie. You guys probably know where I'm going by now. Alright, first place is going to Child's Play 2. This movie was the one that got me into the franchise, and I just love it. I cannot think of anything wrong with this movie. It starts with Chucky right away, and the kills, and just the acting is just, yeah. And the last act is probably my favorite, like, scene in all the Chucky movies, and that is just perfect. I think a whole lot of people would put this as their number 1, or at least their number 2. This is a movie that I look up to the most whenever I'm trying to watch movies, and I cannot believe I love this movie so much. Alright, so we got those movies out of the way. Alright, so next month, May, I will be doing my Friday the 13th movie ranking, so look up for that. But thank you guys so much for watching this ranking. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.